Hey, it's Carl Hovelson here, and looks like I'm going solo here today. I guess there isn't anybody available to come on the hangout with me today. If any of you listening there from the IBK community want to come on, I've just put the hangout link in there for the panel, so feel free to come on if you want to come on. Today I'm going to talk about the power of marketing any business with IBK. You know, this is the one thing I think a lot of people are actually overlooking, and I actually use the IBK software not only to promote IBK, but to promote a few other things. You know, I'm in a travel business that I just started with a friend of mine. And, you know, I also do some affiliate products that I use the software for. And, you know, as I mentioned on many other past different hangouts and that I've been on, I talk about the different types of niches that you can actually go into, like, you know, like home improvement or recreation, or, you know, whatever it may be, gardening, fishing, hunting, whatever. You know, maybe you're in health and nutrition, and maybe you want to access you know, some of the health and nutrition people out there, so getting in on that a little bit. It's very, very powerful. Who's this we got in here? Oh, Yarmo. Hey, welcome, Yarmo.
Yeah, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Great.
So it's going to be kind of a busy day today. Also, I guess I want to wish a happy Canada Day to all the Canadians out there. I know your guys' day is coming up here in a few days, so the 4th of July. But up here, Canada Day, July 1st is our day. And I'm going to be busy actually after this. I'll be heading off to a barbecue with family, hanging out on a kind of a cloudy, miserable day. But you know what? It'll always be fun when you get together with family. So, but the big topic today is you know, people, how to create additional wealth with IBK. I mean, it's one thing to create wealth with IBK, and you know what? This is why IBK will always be my primary business, because it creates me instant cash, okay? You know, it's not like if you had a job out there or something, you have to wait every 2 weeks to get paid. Or sometimes even with online businesses, they pay once a month, right? And not everybody can wait that whole 30 days because they got bills to pay. This is why this is always going to be my primary focus, and anything else I do is my secondary focus. You know, now let me just kind of get the wheels turning in your head out there about some things. A lot of people are involved in different businesses out there. Okay, like I said, I'm involved. Like I just got involved with a travel business that my buddy and I, or my buddy just launched, and I'm just helping him launch it out. And you know, so I'm going to be using IBK. I've actually started doing some posting on that already today, with you know, with getting the promotion out there, because I'm combining that with IBK. Okay, now why would I do that? Well, first of all, IBK is probably one of the most powerful software marketing suites that I've seen come along in a long time. Okay, the software works. It's made me over $10,000 since April 14th, and all I'm doing is I'm using the software to post on social media, and it drives traffic to me and drives sales. So why would you not, if you're in a health and nutrition business, or, you know, maybe you're selling motor oils or whatever it is that you're out there, whatever your business is, you know, maybe you're doing some of the, I don't know, the market stuff. I don't know what they call those things. But there's a lot of different types of venues that network marketing is tapping into. And the biggest issue that most people have today is that they're not tapping into it. You know, I'm tapping into places on Facebook that nobody else is tapping into. And I could keep that all to myself if I wanted to, and just go and make hundreds of thousands of dollars with it. I'm going to do it anyways, but I could be in there all by myself. But instead, I want to have some competition. So this is why I share the things I do with you. You know, that's why, you know, on the past Hangouts, I've said, you know, why don't you get into some of the niches? Like, you know, like I mentioned that one thing where I went into that eco part. And you know, where they were talking about solar panels, and I went in there and I told them, you know, this is how I would raise money to buy the solar panels for my house, you know, if that's what I was going to do. And I had 16 or 17 people respond to me, and 2 bought from me. And all I did was say, hey, I can show you how to raise that capital, you know, and actually make some money. And one of them was going to use it for his brick and mortar business. So, and this is another thing, you know, let's talk about brick and mortars. Okay. Let's talk about pizza shops or hair salons or anything like that that's looking to build a clientele. Well, you know, on Facebook, you can target niches, and you can target just about anything on social media. Okay. Demographics are easy to target on all social media. You can easily get in there and target the demographics for your local area. And then you could sit there and use the poster to get out to those local groups and communities that are on there and start offering specials. You know, if you got pizza of the month or you know, a $10 discount on a haircut if you come in today or tomorrow or something. You know, the one thing that most people online today don't do is they don't think outside the box. Okay? And I guess this is why I've become more and more successful as the years go on, is because I start listening to those that are making the money. You know, I hang around, my circle of influence are millionaires. I'm there for a reason. I want to know how they make their money. I want to know what their trade secrets are. And then I'm going to share them with the people that I know and that I refer to a business so that they can start making money. Because again, you know, there's enough money for everybody. There's billions of dollars available every single day around the world, across the internet, that nobody taps into. Okay? And those that do, they're the ones that are making $100,000, $200,000, $500,000 a month. Okay? Yeah, a month. And they're out there. I know 3 kids, they're about 8 blocks from me that are doing over 6 figures a month on the internet. You know, they've showed me what they bought with it. You know, their 6,000 square foot house, you know, their Lamborghinis, their Ferraris, their Porsches that they play around with every weekend. I hear them every Friday and Saturday night. Okay? I know when they're out. I hear them take off. And you know what? They do that because they're tapping into places that nobody else is tapping into. They've told me that. You know, they haven't showed me that because they want a lot of money for that information. You know, and that sometimes comes with a cost, but I've learned how to find that. Maybe not everything that they've found, but I've learned how to find and tap into places that nobody's tapping into. You know, if you have another business, like let's use health and nutrition, because that seems to be the big thing. I did health and nutrition for 15 years. It's not something I do anymore, but I know a lot of people like that industry. Okay. It's a hard industry to make money in because the compensation plans are very tough to make money with. That's why I no longer do it. But, you know, if I had the resources I have today, I might still be there. Okay. Will I go back? No, I won't, because I don't like physical products anymore. I like digital stuff. So, but the point I'm trying to make is this. If you have a health and nutrition, you know, maybe you're selling, I don't know, lotions or potions or whatever you want to call it, okay? Then you want to be able to tap into that market. You know, another one that Yarmo just texted me here is personal development. Well, you know what? That's another big thing. There's lots of companies out there, network marketing companies, that are doing personal development, okay? Now, personal development to me, that's kind of a great thing. I don't really want to get into that because there's lots of companies out there that are promoting that. Some of the stuff they have are okay. Some of them are old school. Some of them are just maybe too far advanced for the average person. You know, there's lots of things when it comes to personal development. You gotta be in a mindset for that too. This is what I find, and in my own personal opinion on this, is that, and I'll bring you in a second for your opinion, Yarmo. Is that the reason that I kind of stay away from the personal development type programs and that, I was in them, okay, like Empower Network, I was in that one. You know, I did quite well, but there's reasons why I went away from that. And one of them is because of people's attention span, okay? Here's the big thing with people online today, getting involved in any business that's out there. They get hooked in on the hype. If the hype doesn't do what they say it does within 15 to 30 days, they back out faster than they came in, and they back out with a vengeance, okay? And when I talk about they back out with a vengeance, it's like that thing scammed me out of all my money, scam my friends, scam this, you know, and that word scam drives me nuts because people use it so frequently and very few actually know what the meaning of that is. Because if they knew anything about what the word scam is, it means that someone misleads you into buying a product or service and does not pay you for your services, okay? That's scamming you. That's taking your money and giving you nothing in return. That's a scam, okay? There are very, very few, less than 1% of anything online is a scam, okay? Because every business has a business model, it has a compensation plan, it has a product, okay? Like I said, there's very few out there that don't. But the moment you purchase something like IBK, you purchase IBK, you get the software. You get access to the video training on social media. You bought what you paid for, okay? If you don't make money, it's because you dropped the ball, not the company, okay? So let me get that straight. And it doesn't matter what business you're in. If you join anything, like for instance, the travel company I'm in, you come in, you get access to a travel engine. That's what you're buying, okay? You're buying access to all of the training and the product, which is the travel engine in the back office. That's what you pay for, okay? If you don't do anything with that program, and you know, maybe it cost you $300 to get into it or whatever, and you didn't do anything with that, that's not the company's fault. It's not the person who referred you's fault. It's your fault. Okay? So we need to get that clear. So I kind of went off topic here, but you know, the personal development thing kind of got me rolling. But you know, Yarmo, let me bring you in, okay? Let's get some of your feedback on the IBK and what you do with IBK, how you're using it. Are you just selling IBK with it, or are you using it for marketing other things? Let's get your opinion on that.
Well, what I want to just get over a little bit, you know, because you know, for me being in law enforcement, and I'm tired of seeing this, and I post it all the time. You know, a lot of people on our team, they gotta realize that this business isn't for everybody. And like you said, if they don't do things properly and follow it, they say scam. Well, my years in law enforcement, like you said, a pyramid or Ponzi or whatever you call it is, like you said, you don't get a product, you know, it's like these money games, you know, you take a seat on an airplane or whatever. And first there. Now with what I'm planning on doing, which I haven't done anything, so you're really going to have competition down the road. I had to get my Mac working and softwares, and you know what I mean. I didn't just sit there and say, oh, I can't do this. So I did, and you know, I got that all up and running now. And personal development, what I love about it is, especially the company that I'm with, we give people, they can do that for life, a 21-day, where we call it, you know, being happy, happiness, and it teaches a lot, and it's all the new stuff out there. But not only that, it involves with travel too, because that way you're able to travel to wherever you want, and they teach you how to personal development on these travel, you know, outings. And one of the things that I really liked is, I believe, and that's why I love IBK, because as I know, it's people are not duplicatable, systems are. And it's like the big fish. I caught a fish, I caught a fish, I caught a fish. But when you have a system that's duplicatable and people will follow that recipe, then there's nothing that can be done. And what I like about IBK, it's not just the poster, it's not, it's all the tools. I mean, some people don't even use all the tools that are in there. And, I also am in that niche where, I sell different tools. But the thing of it is, it's no good. It's like tools in a toolbox. You need all the tools. If you don't have all of them, you can't complete nothing. So I agree exactly what you're saying, and people got to understand. People, when they're jealous or whatever, and there's a lot of jealous out there, and you just got to say next and move on, because there's so many more people out there. And one thing that I love about you, Carl, is you can pay me later. No, I'm just kidding. One thing that I love about you, I've learned a lot. And like when you did that deal in the video on the scam thing, I thought that was phenomenal, because it really, resonated with me. But I really like you because you're straightforward. You say how it is, like me. If red's red, black's black, blue's blue, and I really, I really like that about you. So thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot. I appreciate that, Yarmo. And yeah, I guess the check is in the mail, right? But hey, welcome, George. Glad you could join us today. There's George Williams coming on with us.
Welcome, George. What part of town are you in?
I think he's still trying to get his mic working.
Oh, okay. So we're the only ones on here, us three?
Yep, just the three of us. Everyone else got scared, I guess.
I love it. I got a page of notes already.
Well, the big thing I want to talk about today is the actual the use of IBK in general, okay? Because a lot of people, I don't think they realize how powerful this program is. And I have to take my hat off to Billy, because Billy, I've known Billy for a few years now. I've worked with Billy in past programs, and the thing is that Billy has probably one of the warmest hearts you're ever going to come across in marketers out there. I mean, this is a guy who genuinely built this business to make other people money. Okay, there's many ways that he could have gone about this and made an absolute fortune for himself, and still made money for others, but not in the amounts that it's been doing for everybody. Even with me, even though I'm an experienced marketer and I came in here, I came in fresh and new with with building a new list. I didn't take my old list with me, although 5 people knew I moved over here and they came with me. Okay, and that's fine if you want to come with me, but I don't invite them. Now, why don't I do that in a lot of cases? Well, for me, cross-populating from program to program can be very dangerous, okay? Because you could have people that are in another program that are doing quite well, and then when you move to another one, they start to question your values and everything else in a program. Because when you're trying to bring them from one program into another one, like a lot of people do, what ends up happening is it's not overwhelming for you, but it is for them, okay? Because most people can't run more than one business at one time. And if they do have multiple businesses, they don't know how to combine them together. And this is why I try to do that. I try to show people here on this particular hangout today the importance of being able to manage your skills and your tools for multiple programs. Here's what I recommend to everybody out there. Whether you listen to me or not, totally up to you. But what I do is I go and I evaluate everything that I do. Okay? I'm in this brand new travel program that just launched. And no, it's not Pro Travel, it's another one. Okay? It just launched, and my buddy had spent almost a year developing this thing here. It has like 2 engines and all that kind of stuff, travel engine stuff. But the point is this, is that if I'm going to go and I'm going to market this thing with him, I have to figure out what my hub is, okay? You have to have a hub, okay? You have to have what I call your communication hub, okay? Where it has everything you need to run any business that's out there. So the type of guy that I am is I grasp onto tools that I can use that will free my time and make me money, okay? Because the one thing that every single one of us on this panel and everybody who's listening to this wants is you want to have financial freedom and time freedom. That's why you came here, okay? You're tired of sitting in a cubicle for 8 hours a day. You're tired of commuting 2 hours to and from work, blowing half your day literally. You have a few hours to spend with family, and then you got to go to sleep so you can get up and do it all over again the next day. Okay? This is what people in general are just getting tired of. Okay? Now, if they were being paid, properly, okay, and again, I worked in corporate Canada here, or corporate America, what do you want to call it, and I've been there, you've been there, Yarmo, you worked in corporate America, okay, and they dictate how much money you're allowed to make. No matter how hard you work, and that's it. Take it or leave it. If you don't like it, the door's right there. Someone else is waiting to take your position. Okay? And this is the sad part about that, is because they can manipulate us. Okay? We're what I call puppets of society. Okay? They're pulling our strings. They tell us what we do. Okay? How high to jump, how far to jump, all that kind of stuff. Okay? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm not saying it's a good thing either. If you hear on the news all the time about the fat cats, all the big executives of companies and corporations that are raking in $5, $10, $15 million a year, half of them only working maybe 2 or 3 months of that year to get that money. And then the only reason they have that money is because they have the lower class who's down there working at just above wages, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, that's cranking the coin into their pocket. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get into a political game here or anything, but this is why, the whole reason I'm bringing this up is the reason why people are coming to the internet now looking to make money is because they got, like me, tired of the BS and said, you know what? I'm tired of making other people rich. It's time for me to get paid for what I'm worth. Okay? Now, I have a value I put on myself. Sometimes it's a low value, but this is a value that I put on myself. If anybody wants my time, I charge $250 an hour, $250 per hour, if you want my time. Okay? Minimum 2 hours. That's it. You want my time, you want to pick my brain, you want me to show something, that's what it costs for me. And some people say, well, you charge a lot of money. And I ask them, don't you think I'm worth that? Okay. I'm not saying everybody should be paid that, but you know what? Nobody should have to struggle and just get by. You just mentioned, Yarmo, just over broke. Okay? That's how the majority of people are. I have seen so much just in North America, never mind the rest of the world. Let's not even talk about Greece. Okay? Greece, totally different story. That was a government screw up. But, the point I'm trying to make here is if people were paid a decent amount of money for what they were worth, economies would never be as bad as they are. Does a CEO need to make $10 million a year? I don't know. If they make that kind of money and they're not happy with it, I think they got a powder problem in my case. But, you know, that's my point. You know, I mean, there's, if you can't live off of $500,000 or $1 million a year, you got a serious problem. Okay, a serious problem. You know, we had a personal friend of ours who was an NHL hockey player. Okay, he got caught up in the big contracts and everything, and then all of a sudden he never got a renewal contract, and now he's broke after making millions and millions of dollars a year. You get caught up in it. You know, the one thing that I know I'm off topic again, but I got to talk about this, you know, because this is what leads most people to the place that happens in network marketing. Okay, first of all, their expectations are way too high when they come out the gate. I mean, I don't know how many people that I've talked to says, well, I need to make $1 million. Why do you need to make $1 million? Right? You want to comment on that, Yarmo?
Because you get very, I know before I got injured as a police officer, I had a lot of greed there. I thought, and I took things for granted. I did different things. That's the way corporate America tells you to be and grooms you to be. And that's why a lot of people were broke. But just like, for instance, one of the American Idol stars, he won and got the contract and all this money, but he blew it in the meantime because they're not saving it. They're spend, and they think we can get whatever we want. And they have this attitude, like you said, with the NHL. You know, well, I can get a contract anywhere until you lose that. I know my job when I got injured and I lost that, you know, I'm like, now I look at things different. I believe things happen for a reason, like us meeting, IBK. But you gotta be open to keep your options open, because if you're not, and whether God or whoever the supreme being or, you know, the universe, you'll never grasp that. It'll just go by you because you're too, you know, you're not staying open to things, where I do all the time.
Yeah, sometimes you just get too caught up in things. You know, I shared on one of the last Hangouts. You know, I told everybody that, you know, my parents were multimillionaires. Okay, and I knew what it was like to live that lifestyle. You know, and then I watched my father go broke in 48 hours. He lost over $10 million in some bad investments. You know, he died a poor man. And you know, it's sad to watch that happen. You know, I've been on both sides, and this is what made me come to a realization that when I'm getting involved in business, like when I'm involved with IBK now, you know, I'm making roughly in IBK, I'm making $5,000 to $7,000 a month. Okay, that's what I'm making. Now I work hard for my money. You know, I work very hard. I'm consistent every single day. I'm communicating all the time with my people and everybody that I refer the package to, and I help them. You know, I spend a lot of the time helping them and grooming them. So I'm working this as a full-time job. I work hard for my money. But do I need more than that a month? I don't know. Maybe. You know, am I comfortable at $5,000 to $7,000 a month? Yeah, it's a pretty good income. You know, I would probably rather be at around 10,000 or so a month, right? But you know, you just have to decide what it is that's necessary for you. And here's the one thing I'm going to leave before we get back to the topic, because we kind of got off topic here. You know, the one thing I'm going to leave with everybody is I don't know how much money you need. I don't know how much money I need, but here is what I want. Okay, and here's what I'm going to strive for, and I'm going to make for myself. I'm going to make as much money as I need so that I can spend it on whatever I want, whenever I want, and I never have to worry about how I'm going to replace it the next day. I don't know how much money that is, because every day is a different day. What I do today is not going to be the same thing I do tomorrow or the next day. Some days, maybe I want to go shopping. I see something, man, you know what? I want that thing for $340. I just want to be able to go and buy it and not have to worry about it. I just spent $340. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. How much money that is, I have no idea. If you're high maintenance, then, you know, maybe you do need to make a lot, you know? And if you're high maintenance, maybe you need to justify why you are. I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to justify you, me, or anybody else. All I'm trying to do is get you into a mind cleanse situation that when you get involved in network marketing, that you have some kind of focus and drive and vision to where you want to be. Okay? It has nothing to do with goals or anything like that. Everybody has goals. There's all these things that people want to do, like a bucket list. Okay? That's a goal. A bucket list is a big giant goal of things that you want to do. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. So maybe put a bucket list together of what you want. Okay? Don't call it goals, because a lot of times when people don't reach their goals, they give up on everything. But a bucket list is something that can be achieved at any time in your lifetime. Okay? It's just something that you can make happen. You know, you have a list, you go, you know what, I want to do this. So I'm going to figure a way to raise the money so I can go and do this. Okay? I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. But, you know, this is the one thing that you want to do. Now, I need to get back on topic because I really got off topic today here. I really want to talk about how to use the power of IBK for marketing a business. I know a lot of people now are coming to me. I don't know about you, Yarmo, but a lot of people are coming to me going, you know, I don't know if I really want to sell IBK, but I'm interested in the software that I'm hearing so much about. Can I use that for building my other business? Absolutely, you can. As a matter of fact, we'll even do trainings on how you can do that. I think I did one already in the past, but I have no problem doing a live hangout training on showing people how they can do that. It's the same process. The software is generic, okay? It can be used for anything. If you're health and nutrition or motor oils or environmental or whatever it is, all that the software is, it allows you to tap into whatever groups you want to tap into, whatever niche groups you want to tap into, and send your posts out. Now, the other cool key feature to this is it also allows you to do mass posting into groups with video. Okay? No other poster out there that I know of allows you to do that. Okay? And that's what makes ours so unique. Because ever since I started posting videos, I was making more sales. My sales skyrocketed, okay? And it's because people are actually seeing me now live, okay? The one thing about pictures and stuff like that, they have this thing called Photoshop, okay? And Photoshop, you know, everybody goes, oh, you Photoshop that. You know what? You can't really Photoshop video. I guess you could, but you know, when you're doing a live hangout and you have people like this on here, you can't Photoshop this. You can't screw this up. You can splice all you want in here, but you're going to see the splicing, okay? You're going to see the editing that's in here, okay? But this is live, and if you start doing this kind of stuff live, like me when I'm out at the lake, I'm doing a video at the lake, and I'm talking about things that you can't Photoshop that or splice that without people seeing, okay? And that's why more people tend to buy off of a video than they do off of pictures, okay? You know, as much proof as you do, like you see in like Billy's videos he does, he actually logs into his PayPal account, scrolls through and shows everybody, you know, the money that he's actually making. Plus he does the picture posting, which gives you the proof, okay? I don't actually do the videos out there because I don't know how to hide all that stuff in there. I got to figure out how to do that. But what I do is I invite people to get to me on Skype, and then I'll do a one-on-one. I'll go into my account and I'll show them. Okay, that's what I do. Okay, until I can figure out how to do the stuff Billy does, I don't know how to do that. I know how to do a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I don't know how to do. Okay, so Anything you want to add to that, Yarmo?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that when you're on video, I know myself, because people are skeptical. They've been ripped off a lot. When I can see somebody on video, I can tell a lot by their actions. It gives me more of a trust, kind of lets me look at that person, and it just shows more credibility. And it also, because we are in a people relationship business, it don't matter if that product costs $10,000 or $1. If they don't have a relationship with you, then you're done. And a lot of people right away, they try to throw that down people's throats. And, you know, it might take 5, 6 times, you know, so thank you.
Yeah, you know, and the other thing is, I know there's a lot of people out there that go, well, I'm so shy on video. If you guys ever find my very first video online, and I know it's out there someplace, you guys are going to have a hoot. That thing would get like 1 million hits now because it just shows me just pouring with sweat coming down, the water dripping off my nose because I was so nervous doing a video. But you know, what did that actually show too? It showed that I was, you know, honest and just getting through and just starting to get through on this. You're going to go through these. You know, I'm natural on this because I've been doing this for 12, 14 years.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I've been doing videos for a very, very long time. You know, maybe it's not quite that long. However long YouTube and that's been around, that's how long I've been doing this. Maybe that's 2006, 2005, I don't know, something like that. Right? Regardless, we're still looking 10 years, you know, that I've been doing videos. And I do them multiple times a day sometimes. I do them almost every day of the week. I do videos. My archive is probably into the hundreds and hundreds that I've got out there. But the point is that you want to come out, whether it's a 2-minute video or whatever it is, it shouldn't be long. Make it, you know, 1 to 3 minutes. And you come out there, just introduce yourself, just let people know who you are, why you're excited, and that's how they're going to connect with you, okay? Because, you know, people can tell, like Yarmo says, when someone gets on video, you can tell if they're a shyster or not, okay? I can, in about 10 seconds, I can figure out if someone's trying to pull the wool over my eyes or not on video. That's why a lot of people won't get on video with me, because I can read them too well, okay? Just like you can. I mean, you know, you're a former police officer. You've been taught how to read people, how to read their gestures and everything. So you can read that in people. So, you know, if you're genuine out there, people will know you're genuine out there, okay? Don't be scared to do a video, okay? Get out there, get on video. I will tell you, ever since I started doing videos with the new flood sharing feature that we have with the IBK software, my sales have increased. You know, I've done $600 in the last 4 days. Wow. You know, most people can't even do that in a month. Sometimes 2 months they can't do that. You know, it's there, it's accessible for us. The money is out there, people are, okay? And again, it doesn't matter what business you're in. We're talking IBK. You could be in Herbalife or Monavi or Janus or anything that's out there. I'm just thinking names that I've seen off of the things, or Healthy Coffee or whatever it is out there. If you come across on video and you're just letting people know what you think about the product or service, what you know, even a light testimonial is going to be enough for people to say, look, you know, this person looks genuine. Now, here's the other thing about using this software, okay? And I'm telling you, I watch a lot of people in IBK, okay? And I can count on both hands who are mostly active and why they're getting sales. Because they're active every day. The one thing that I tell you in my training, that I'll tell you on here until I'm blue in the face, you got to be consistent every day. You can't let anything get in your way. Don't sit in a community group and say, I can't get my software to work. So the software's not working. Is that going to stop you from doing anything manual? When the software didn't work for me at one point, I went in there and I was doing everything manual. Does it take time? Yeah, it does. Do you want to make money? That's what you got to do. Okay? See, this is the difference between an entrepreneur and someone who just wants to kick the cat around type, so to speak. You know what I mean? You're just there kicking tires. If you're there to kick tires, then you know what? You're going to get what you get in return. You know, I mentioned this before. You know, there's car salesmen out there. I'm going to use them as an example because that's what everybody can kind of understand. You know, a car salesman gets paid on 100% commission in most cases. Sometimes they have a base salary, 100% commission in most cases. Okay? They go to work every day. They'll work 10, 12 hours a day to try and make those sales. There are guys out there that'll work for an entire month and not make a sale. And if it wasn't for a base salary, he'd be making nothing. Does that mean that the dealership is a scam? It's not. It's just because maybe you're not putting in the right effort, you're not saying the right things, or you're not presenting yourself correctly. And the whole idea of that is if you're not doing that, if you're not making sales in anything that you're in right now, don't take this the wrong way, but you don't have the right mentorship. Somebody has dropped the ball on you, okay? There is nobody on the internet that is not making money that should not be making money. Everybody should be making money. Anybody can make a sale on the internet if you're taught how to do it, okay? And that's the thing. The biggest problem that I see online is that, and you've probably seen it too, Yarmo, is that every day I have people throwing just links at me in text. Just links, either in my Skype or in my Facebook, and that nothing else, just a link. They just throw a link there. They're just assuming I'm going to go there, click there, and join. Go ahead.
They don't even. Yeah, it gets me because which I just deleted right away. You know, that's the way they're taught. I mean, we're in a relationship business. I don't know you from Adam. You don't know me from Adam. But, you know, get to know that person, know more about them, because you have to find out what their need is, what they're looking to do, and then fill it. But you can't know that without talking to them and getting to know them and their family and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. You know, I mean, so many people are pitching so many different businesses out there. And the problem is they're just doing the link thing. You know, I don't know how many times I get that. I mean, I get that probably 100 times a day, either through my Skype or my Facebook or my LinkedIn or something. They're just pitching me with links. And it's like, you know, or the other thing that gets me, and this is the biggest thing, is those auto dialers. Oh my God, I hate those things. Okay. I just, you know, the moment you pick up the phone, you know, there's a dead space there, and all of a sudden, did you look at this today? Do you know blah, blah, blah? You know what? I mean, it's like, you know what? If you don't got the balls to get on the phone and call me, don't do that. Okay? Because I'd never join you anyways. Okay? Get on the phone, make a phone call for me, get on Skype, text me, start a conversation. You know, that's why in the majority of my posts that I have out there, I never put a link. Sometimes I do, but I rarely do. I always tell people, ask for more info. Always. I need them to come and communicate with me, because if they don't bother to do that, then you know what? They're not worth working with. Honestly. I had a guy today text me on Skype and says, I want you to phone me. He goes, I want the information on your company. I want you to phone me. I says, look, I don't have time right now, but you can go to this link here. There's some videos on there that explain a lot about it. And after you've looked at that, get back to me and we'll chat. He gets back, I don't watch videos. You know what my response was back? Well, I don't work with people who don't want to follow procedures, right? I just, you know, if you don't want to look at something and do something here, then what's the point? Because when you come in, our database of training is mostly video. So if you don't want to watch a video now, this is definitely not for you. Okay? And let me tell you something. For anybody who's listening to this, okay? Most people out there, we've lost some of our viewers. I guess they got tired of me. Most of the people out there in most of the businesses, they have video training, okay? And the ones you pay big money for, they have video training. So if you don't like to learn by video, put the money back in your wallet, go check the online newspaper or whatever, because I'm sure Walmart, McDonald's, or some of those places are hiring. You know, you can go and get a job there and be told how much money you can be making. Okay? Nobody tells me how much money I can make. I tell myself how much. So be prepared. You want to be an entrepreneur? Be prepared for a learning curve. Okay? And you're going to be learning every single day. If that's an issue for you, then nothing online is going to work for you. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Okay? As a matter of fact, pretty much 3/4 of the stuff in the working world isn't going to work for you either. Okay? Because I've worked in corporate America, and they sent me to, you know what, go through this book and read this book. And then I want you to watch all these videos. Here's some tapes and here's some CDs to watch. I want you to go over all this kind of stuff. Let me do the thing. Well, if you don't like to do any of that kind of stuff, then I don't know. Scrape up a buck, go to the local dollar store and get a tin cup and sit on the corner. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay? You know, I hate to be harsh like that, but you know what? Reality is reality. And again, you know, Jarmo, I'm transparent. I tell it like it is. And, you know, people like me or they don't like me. But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm pretty much right. Not saying that I'm right all the time, but, you know.
What I always do is when I'm talking to somebody, you know, I'm like you, I'm very transparent, and, you know, I tell them, look, put your money away, you know, and all that your wallet, because I want to make a match for me, and I'm a match, okay? I'm not, and I want to see if you qualify to work with me, because I don't want just anybody. I want you to be coachable, trainable, and when you take that away from them, it's like a little kid. Don't touch the stove. It's the first thing they do.
Yeah.
Too many people are throwing up on them is what I call it. You know, kind of like the dollar. That's what works for me.
Yep, exactly. You know, it's so funny because I deal with this all the time, and I see this all the time online, and it's like, you know, I don't know what I can tell people, because you know, if they're not going to listen and follow directions, then they're not going to make any money. You know, it's like my training. You know, I give them training. I've even had it put in the back office of IBK because Billy asked me if he could put it there. I said, yeah, everything is step by step. And yet I still have people that come to me saying, well, I can't figure it out. Okay, well, let's log into your back office. Well, I don't know how to. That's your first problem. Okay, you told me you didn't know how to use my training, but yet you haven't even learned how to log into your back office. So right then and there, I know you haven't even looked at my training yet. You see? So I catch people in the situation all the time. And it's, you know, I feel for them, okay? Because I'm not saying my training is the best. I'm known for my training because I do the step-by-step breakdown. But the one thing is that I can't help anybody who doesn't want to be helped. You know, at the end of the day, that's what it is. And I know there's a lot of people that are desperate to make money out there, but yet they're not desperate enough to do what it takes. And I'm not sure even how to fix that. That's what I want to do. See, my whole objective, Jarmo, is I'm here to create success stories. That's what gets me going. I like to create success stories. Okay? That's what puts a feather in my hat. Okay, so I will take the time and I'll work with anybody like yourself. You know, I never sold IBK to you, but yet we're here and we're working together. I'm here to help you become a success. And if I can do that, you know, what I want from you is just a testimonial of your success. And I'm sure you'd have no problem giving that to me. Okay, just like everybody else, because whenever I have testimonials of people, I attach them to my promotion. So that gives you even more exposure that's out there, okay? Like if you've ever seen my marketing page, who's on my marketing page? Chris Fondy and Alicia Walsh. They're on there, you know? As soon as more people start sending me video testimonials and stuff like that, well, it'll be bye-bye Alicia, bye-bye Chris, and hello to whoever, Jarmo or whoever, starts giving me those video testimonials. Because I'm all about promoting everybody, not just, you know, top earners. I want everybody to be promoted. I don't care if you got 1 sale, 2 sale, 5 sales, doesn't matter to me, right? Because that's success. Because anybody who has 1 sale, that's a success story right there. You don't have to have 10, 15 sales. You just need 1. 1 sale is your success story.
And if you don't,
or even leads.
If you don't, like myself, because I had to get all that set up. And I mean, I could have quit and said, you know, it's how bad you want it. It's just like this broadcast. I mean, you would think there'd be a lot of people on here. You know what I mean? I got it at the last minute. I seen it pop up because, you know, Carl, I follow you like following you, you know. But the thing is, I learned a lot. You're making the money that I want to make, doing things and the techniques, and your training is, you know, when you told me, oh, it's in the back office, remember I was always bugging you for it. And I've learned so much, even if you learn one nugget. The problem is people think they know. I mean, it's even when I was an officer, you got these kids right out of the academy, and we had 19 years of them telling us what we're going to, you know, how to handle the situation. And that's just corporate America. But I mean, I really do like following you, and I have learned so much. But getting back, I don't really have a video, other than I'm going to do a video here soon that says about me getting injured and how God blessed me meeting you and IBK and all that stuff, because God had started a non-profit for fellow officers killed one in their families. And then, you know, if I just took one person, God and I accomplished it. I went through a lot of suffering. There is no help out there. You think there would be. But that's one of the reasons why I'm in the process of starting a non-profit. And I was like, to God, you know, how are you, you know, how am I going to do this, you know, on a disability income? And he said, don't worry. And, you know, it's like I put you in a barrel, prepared you for battle, oiled down the sides. You have to think outside the barrel and inside the barrel to make things happen. And, you know, it's the best thing that happened in my life. So, thank you.
Hey, absolutely. And you know what? We'll work together on that to get that going. I mean, like I told you, you know, my son-in-law just graduated from the RCMP, right? Oh. So, you know, I have a lot of respect for.
What's the RMT? What is that?
RCMP, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Oh, okay, yeah. I seen them when I was up in Canada. Yep.
Yeah, they wear like the red uniforms and
they
stuff
don't
like
carry
that.
Guns, do they?
Oh yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, the RCMP is the police service, almost like your state troopers.
Oh, okay.
They have the municipal police that look after the city, and anything outside the cities, the RCMP. So they look after rural districts and anything remote and stuff like that. That's all RCMP. Well, if
you ever wants to talk to me or, you know, whatever, I'd be glad to.
Hey, no problem. Absolutely, no problem. So, you know, like I said, I've got a lot of respect for law enforcement and you guys out there and you know, the fire departments and everything, for everything you guys do. And you know, anytime that there's stuff like that, like my daughter's big into the fundraising and stuff like that for the RCMP knowledge. She gets really involved in that kind of stuff too. So maybe I can even have her give you some ideas what she does and stuff.
I was just gonna say, you took the words right out of my mouth. Funny. So
yeah, no problem. She'd have no problem connecting with you and sharing some things with you for sure. So, but anyways, I hope that we shared what we shared on here was good for everyone out there. I know we kind of got off topic a little bit and ranted a little bit, but you know, overall, I just want people to know just how powerful this program is. I mean, you know, the biggest money is made in social media. Okay, that's where everybody is. It's just a matter of learning how to tap into it. And if you've got other businesses, you need to have the right tools to tap into it. Okay, I mean, again, I see things that are happening because I watch social media very closely. I watch what people do on social media and how they post and everything. And here's the biggest issue why most people aren't making money. They're promoting the business. Okay? You don't make money promoting the business. You know how you make money? Promoting the lifestyle. That's how you make money. Okay? People want to know how this affects you personally. Okay? Everybody can go and get a job, and everybody can go and get a job that pays a certain amount of money every year. That's what the majority of people on planet Earth do. They go in to get a job. You know, this is what their job entails. If they're a salesman, they're selling this. If they're marketing guys, they're marketing this. If they're administrative guys, they're doing the administration for the company that's selling this, that, and the other thing. Okay? What we distinguish in network marketing, what we entrepreneurs do is we distinguish the lifestyle that what we promote gives us. Okay? You know, I made a post today about, you know, what IBK has done for me today and what it's going to do for me tomorrow. Okay? My post is basically, it's talking about the travel business that I'm also into, saying, you know, I've made so much money right now, over $10,000 in the last 2 months. I need to start utilizing that money for the things that I want to do in life. You know, travel is one of them. So let's party the beaches of the world. Come party with me. Want more info? You see? Now, you don't have to be in a travel business to do that, but that's just, you know, this is how I am working IBK with my travel business. You could do that with your health and nutrition business and just put whatever term you want on it. Let's party the beaches of the world, whatever. You could do whatever you want. It's just a matter of how you are promoting your lifestyle, okay? If you're constantly just saying, hey, you know, this is the best software in the world, you need to, it does this, it does this, it does this. Well, guess what? I can go to the site and read that, okay? Everything that people post online is all read or posted from what's on the site. You know what you have to do? You have to go from here. Right here. Right here. Speaking of Canada Day, there's my Canada Day shirt. Right here, though, okay? Right from the heart. That's where you've got to start building your business from, is from the heart, okay? If you can't do that, what's the point in being where you are? Okay? So it's all about the lifestyle. And that's where you want to be promoting. Forget about promoting the business as the business. Promote what the business is doing for you, what it's allowing you to do. If you're not sure, maybe start reading some of my posts and Alicia Walsh's posts and Billy Brady's posts and stuff like that. Billy talks about, man, you know what? I just went down the Gold Coast and to visit my brother over there. I just went on a vacation over here. You know what? I just bought a new car. That's what IBK has done for him. Alicia Walsh did that. There's another one, another Australia. She just went to watch some big rugby match, you know, because one of her favorite rugby players was there. The football, they call it over there. You know, and you know, IBK paid for that. Talk about the lifestyle that it's building for you. Okay? If you're in another business, combine the two. You know, we've got this healthy coffee. It's made me feel so good. I've never felt better in my life, blah, blah. You know what? And the reason I've been able to get this out to you is because I have some fantastic tools that allows me to get this message in front of you like you just read today. You see, you got to be thinking outside the box. Stop thinking like a salesperson and start thinking like an entrepreneur. The moment you do that, that's how everything changes. Okay? You're going from making 1 or 2 sales a month to making 10 to 20 sales a month. That's the difference. Okay. I think I've ranted on and for enough today. Any last words, Yarmo, before we close her down?
No, it's always a pleasure, and like I said, you know, I got like 3 pages of notes that I take, and one of the things that I do, whatever post that I see, whether it's Billy's, yours, Lee, what I do is I copy and paste it, and I put it in a Word document, and then when I'm trying to write an ad, or I'll change it a little bit or whatever.
No.
And you've been a great, excuse me, you've been a great mentor to me, and I just say thank you. And
you're always welcome, my friend.
Training. So if you have more, I'm always here.
You're always welcome. I'm a phone call away, right?
Yep.
So, thank you so much for joining me on the Hangout here today. I thought I was going to be all by myself, but I appreciate you coming on. It looks like George had a little bit of trouble trying to get on here. We'll try and see if we can get him on next time. So, with that said, I'm going to say have a great day. It's Canada Day here. I'm going to be heading out to a barbecue with the family here shortly. So, but thanks again, Jarmo, for joining me on today. Hopefully what we shared with you was inspirational or helped you along your journey. So with that said, we'll see you again next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, Jarmo. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thanks, brother. And I'm going to get you on Facebook real quick in the Messenger. All right.
Okay, talk soon.